Until recently, birth rates and death rates were roughly the same, and that kept the population stable. Many people had children, but a large number of them died before the age of 5.
In the last 100 years, many things have contributed to the population explosion. The change in healthcare made it so everyone was living longer. This made the pyramid obsolete because people live an average of almost 80 years, compared to the 47 years in 1900.
Here in developed nations, we have such luxuries as public safety, and that's why we differ in growth from developing nations, because they don't have fire stations. For example, if a house catches on fire in a developing nation, it's just going to burn down. They have no help to put it out. But here, our houses are fine.
In developed nations, we are also able to have police stations for public safety. In poor nations, people are forced to live in unsanitary conditions, sometimes even without safe drinking water. This may be caused because industry shut down or other economic crises.
One way of generalizing the effect of affluence is to say that it enables humans to clean up their immediate environment by disposing of their waste to more distant locations. It also allows them to obtain resources for more distant locations, such that they do not see or feel the impacts of obtaining those resources. Thus, in many respects, the affluent isolate themselves and may become totally unaware of the environmental stresses they cause with their consumption-oriented lifestyles.
We're in West Africa.
West Africa, in the eyes of huge corporate multinationals like Procter & Gamble, Nestle, and Unilever, is the last of the great untapped markets. They see the region up for its poverty, AIDS rate, and civil wars involving legitimately insane guerrilla armies, but for the 245 million people who could be buying their soap.
Are you ready?
To get their stuff from ports in Ghana and Nigeria to shelves across the West African savannah, these companies rely, as we do, on long-haul truckers. We're in Lagos, Nigeria. We're going to go catch a truck and drive that to Ghana.
This day and age, there are many different factors that influence family size. India is the second most populous country in the world. There was a study conducted in India that illustrated just what these factors are that influence these family sizes. The methodology of said study was that a cross-sectional house-to-house survey to know the family size and sociological demographic conducted in the adopted villages of the field practice area. The study subjects are the married women of reproductive age groups 15 to 49 years old. Results: about half, or 44.9%, of respondents were aged more than 35 years and only 0.9% were over the age of 19 years. The family size in our study was 2.55. About 54.5% of respondents have family size D. About two-thirds of families, 65% with size less than or equal to 2, were of nuclear type. Educational level of family has significant relationship with small family size. About 90% of the respondents and their spouse of family size 2 or less were literate.
A new direction for development breaks down into 5 categories: education, especially improving literacy and education among women, improving health, making family planning accessible, enhancing income through employment opportunities, and improving resource management.
Women in developing countries with higher education are less likely to reproduce as often.
Ethics behind population control is a high point of controversy in this day and age. whether it be preventative causes such as birth control and the use of condoms, or things like Plan B and abortion. There's a lot of debate as to exactly how we should go about controlling our population. At the rate our Earth is currently growing at, it is not going to be sustainable for very much longer, so we need to find a solution now. But the problem is that there's so much debate behind all of these ideas. What we need to do is we need to find a solution that pleases the most amount of people while also leading us to the direction of having the most sustainable environment.